Hello everybody, welcome to Sociology 101. This is Introduction to Sociology. I give between 3 and 4 short little lectures each week, which are made available on Wednesdays, and this is the first of them. During the lectures, you will be asked to complete what is called a lecture quiz for points. And so I'm going to ask you to pause the video right now and go to Canvas and look under the week 1 module and get the week 1 lecture quiz. It should open in a new window. And once you've got that, come back and we will complete the lecture quiz together. There's no studying involved. You will complete the lecture quiz as you listen to the lecture over the course of the videos. Okay, so pause and come back when you're ready. Okay, so open up your lecture quiz. Usually in all the other weeks, the lecture quiz will be completed over all of the videos from that week. But for this week, it's only going to be, we're only going to complete it over the course of the first video. All right, so this is a little bit about me. My name is Lori Dushoni. I have been teaching sociology for about 12 years. That's me in the top right-hand corner. I have been teaching at Ohlone College for 5 years. I live in Berkeley, California, and I have one son who's on the lower right-hand corner and one dog who's in the lower left-hand corner. So the first quiz question asks you what my dog's name is. So my dog's name is Ivy. So click Ivy. That's Ivy. She looks like a stuffed animal, but she's a real dog. And I love my job, and I love Ohlone College. All right, and so get ready for your second quiz question because I'm about to answer it. We only have one required material in this class. It's your textbook called You May Ask Yourself, 5th edition by Dalton Conley. So your second quiz question asks you the author of our textbook, and that's Dalton Conley. There will be other weekly readings and videos, but they will be made available to you on Canvas. This is the only thing that you must purchase for the class. Keeping up with the reading is very important in this course because we have only 6 weeks to complete 16 weeks worth of material. And there's only so much lecturing that I can do and that you're going to stand from me during this 6-week period. So the burden really does fall on you to keep up with the reading and to listen to the lectures as I give them. You should definitely have your textbook this week, and if you don't have it this week, I don't know how well you will do in the class. So this is an overview of our course requirements. We have weekly lectures and weekly lecture quizzes. We have weekly response journals. We have discussions in 5 out of the 6 weeks in the course. I made a mistake on that slide. And we have 2 exams, one midterm and one final. So let's look at those in a little bit more depth. So as I mentioned before, we have a weekly lectures. The recordings for them are found under each week's modules. They're found on YouTube, but I suggest looking for them through Canvas. Will be much easier for you that way. Lectures are mandatory, and content is important for course success. And to be honest with you, if you don't listen to the lectures, it is not possible to pass the midterm and the final. So be sure that you listen to them. So I make them available each week by Wednesday at the latest, and you may listen to them at the time of your choice any time before Saturday. I do recommend, though, that you listen to them by Thursdays because I often give instructions and tips on assignments, and the first assignment each week is due on Thursday. I will make the lecture slides available, but I don't make them available until the week following. So the week 1 slides will be available in week 2, and the week 2 slides will be available in week 3. Okay, so we have 6 lecture quizzes. They are worth 5 points each, 30 points total towards your final grade. These are very simple. No studying is required. All you have to do is have it open while you listen to the lecture, and I will give you all of the answers as we go along. The purpose of them is to make sure that you listen to the lectures. So they're found under each week's module. So the week 1 lecture quiz is found under the week 1 module. I'm sure you'll see it there. You probably got a notification about the due date. They are due on Saturdays, but like I said, I recommend that you do them by Thursdays each week. We also have response journal assignments each week. 5 out of the 6 response journals, the ones in weeks 1 through 5, are short exercises that build on sociological knowledge. They are completely private. Nobody sees them but me, so you can write what you want in there. Someone already asked me about that, if they would be private, and they are. Nobody can see them but me. So the ones in weeks 1 through 5 are pretty short. But I ask you to please follow the instructions carefully, because I will be deducting points if you miss any parts of the assignment. The response journal in week 6 is longer. I call it an extended response journal. It is worth 20 points, and it will be made available in our 5th week, so you can get a jump on it. It's like a mini paper, about 1.5 pages long, and it will cover the 6 weeks of the course. So it's not an exam, it's not a quiz, it's a short paper like thing. We have discussion boards also in 5 out of the 6 weeks in the course. So we have discussion boards every week except for our last week. And the reason we don't have it in the last week is because our last week of classes only go till Thursday, and we really just don't have enough time to get a discussion board done by then. And you also have the extended response journal and your final, which I think is enough for 1 week. So get ready, because I'm about to give a couple of the answers to questions 3 and 4. So we have 2 due dates for discussion boards. There is part 1, which is due on Thursday, and then part 2, which is due on Saturday. Both of these are due at 11:59 p.m. on the day they're due. Now this is really important, what I'm going to say to you right now. Even though we have 2 due dates for this assignment, Canvas only sends you an alert or a notification for the 2nd due date. So you must keep track of the part 1 due date yourself. If you are late with part 1, if you post it after Thursday, I will deduct 2 points off the top of whatever grades you were going to get. So keep track of that due date. Now, part 1 is the most important part of the assignment. It's where you write a main post in response to the prompt that is given for that week. These are 200 to 250 words long and should refer to ideas and concepts found in the textbook. Part 2 is where you go in after everybody's already put up their main posts and you respond to 2 of your classmates. Of course, you should always be respectful, always be kind, even if you disagree with people. It's okay to disagree with them, but disagree with them in a respectful manner, just like you would if you were in a face-to-face classroom. So I have divided the class up into discussion groups of about 7 to 8 people each. And so when you go onto the discussion board, you will only be interacting with 7 to 8 people from the class. I'm going to switch up those discussion groups in after the midterm, though, so you'll be in this discussion group for the first 3 weeks. Then we'll see how it goes. I'm pretty sure I will change them for week 4. So the interaction is mostly student to student. You'll be conversing with each other, but I will be in there guiding you and talking with you and conversing with you and engaging in the conversation to some degree. I probably won't respond to each person's post each week, but I will respond in your discussion board each week. If I make some kind of post or some kind of response, if you respond to me, it counts as a peer response, so it counts towards your grade. Discussion boards are worth 20 points each, and that means 120 points total because we have, actually, it should say 100 points total because we have 5 of them in the class. So for quiz question 3, I asked during discussions, students are expected to do which of the following? Refer to ideas and concepts found in the textbook. For part 1, the main post should be 200 and 250 words long, and always be respectful and kind. So the answer is all of the above. For quiz question 4, what students are expected to do in part 2, you are expected to respond to 2 of your classmates. Okay.